everybody, welcome back. Northernlion plays Slay the Spire. We're gonna abandon run. I was playing again last night. I was like, oh, let's check out Ascension mode. Freaking glitch stopped me on the first boss. I mean, come on. What a $15 doesn't get you 400 hours of glitch-free, bug-free computer software entertainment. These. Oh, yeah, you had a little moment there as well. Yo. Okay, first off, it's a daily. Draft a custom starting deck of cards. That's super cool. It's a new modifier. I'm ready. Embark. What was that? Choose a, I thought maybe we could like skip and then like see our whole pool and choose the ones we wanted. Like we could go back to pack one and choose one. Out of these, give me Rampage, 100%. You take best card available right off the bat. Give me a True Grit. Not a huge fan. Give me a Spot Weakness. I like it. Love a little Sword Boomerang, especially with strength gain, but I do love a Shrug it off as well. Give me a quick little Seeing Red. We need more blocks. Give me a Clash. I don't think I can take another Spot Weakness, dude. Give me a Twin Strike. There we go. Give me an Armaments. Ooh, I mean, I don't really like exhausting all the cards in our hand. I'll toss a little Cleave in there real quick. Don't have a lot of good strikes. I'll take a Disarm. Take yet another Clash. Take an Armaments. Take a Shrug it off. How many? We probably choose like 15? Let's look at it. Attack, 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 attack. So you have 6 attacks. Yeah. Blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 blocks. Could use a block. None of these are blocks, but we'll take Pommel. Take Thunderclap. It's a little bit of an aggressive deck, but I'm not unhappy with the choices. By the way, I'm playing on fast mode. Might be a little disorienting at first, but that's okay. So we're gonna hit Armaments. Armaments is gonna give us a Pommel, which can then do more damage. Throw out quick little Thunderclap, I think. Clash does 21 damage. Hit you like that. Do a little Pommel, hope for another Clash. Didn't get it. I just figured, you know, we've seen enemy animations enough. We don't need them to necessarily be on the slow side. I will admit, I am finding it a little disorienting, though. Let's bring it back. No, don't exit game. So, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm pretty happy with the way our draft started. Do we want anything else here? We don't have too many 2-cost cards. We don't really need a Heavy Blade yet. And, I mean, is there anything we want to remove? I don't necessarily think so. I'm kind of happy with where we're at, to be honest with you. Let's move along. We got a good... I mean, the thing is, a draft should, in most situations... Yeah, I think that's... I could take 20 damage. Yeah, let's take 20 damage. I feel like it should be better than your average starting deck as long as you draft a decent balance. You know what I mean? Okay, so hear me out here. Do that. You definitely want to grab the Pommel. Give me a Clash, Headbutt, bring back Clash, Pommel, and then kill him with Clash. And the reason that it should be better is because Strikes and Defends are some of the worst cards in the game. I think we're going to tend to like Rupture, but we don't have the cards to enable it yet, so it's kind of a dead draw. My personal opinion right now, at the very least. We choose a card to exhaust on this one. We could get away with not playing Clash. Armaments blocks 5. You have 19. Let me think. 8, 9. We have to play Clash. 14 would just kill this guy. So hear me out here. Armaments. Upgrade True Grit. Use True Grit to exhaust Rampage. I know that seems crazy, but we kill one, Headbutt, bring back Clash. This guy's probably dead next turn as a result. And we exhausted Rampage, but, like, to be honest with you, Rampage is not one of our best cards right now. It will be one of our best cards as fights get longer and longer. That's why I'm, one of the reasons I'm pardon me, one of the reasons I'm hesitant to add cards to this deck kind of willy-nilly. Alright. Certainly in armaments. We can then make Seeing Red free. And gain 2 energy off of it, which, now that I look at it, we absolutely do not need to do. So but we have to play it in order to play Clash. Yeah, kind of a bit of a whiff on that one. My mistake. Either way, we'll take 3 damage, and the artifact enemies, or the diamond boys, should be very easy to knock out here as a result of the way we've handled this. So we do want to Shrug. We're going to need to block 8 anyway, so a Shrug is not bad. You just hope that that's not what it gives you. Because you want to get a Clash for free. I mean, we could still get a Clash for free. I think we'll try to draw and see what we get. Okay, we got Headbutt. We're already blocking enough is the thing, but sure, I'll tell you what, we'll upgrade Clash. And it is only 4 extra damage, but that might be enough to get you to lethal. I really like drafting in card games. Like, when I played a bunch of Magic, I like... draft is fun, although when you're drafting against other people, sometimes it can be a little intimidating, you know, if... How are we gonna do this? Sometimes it can be a little intimidating if they, have played a lot more of the game than you. Let's go. So drafting against yourself is nice. Also like Sealed, but Sealed's kind of a different... you could add Sealed to this game. It's where you basically get like, you know, let's say 10 packs. And then you make a deck out of those 10 packs. That was actually extremely lucky. Tiny chest. Second Rampage, I think, is fine. Not necessarily great, but fine. Alright, this is an important decision, I think. And I do think that you definitely want both Rampages to get stronger faster, but Armaments Plus, I think, is a decent call for us, because we have to play Armaments Plus to get an advantage out of Clash most of the time anyway. The rest of these I kind of feel like unnecessary. We're not being rich in relics right now, so to save our money and buy relics when we get a chance is nice. Whenever you rest, add a card to your deck. I think that Dreamcatcher on a run like this is not necessary, but we'll see. Alright, this is a tough one. Certainly, a spot weakness is useful. We might as well see red. And then, well, I mean, it just... Ah, that sucks. Okay, that's what I wanted. Even though we're gonna take 3 damage as a result. I don't know, that one... sometimes I do take these turns and Slay the Spire and I just get a little feeling in the pit of my stomach that's like, oh, that wasn't right. So we definitely should have made him vulnerable first, but in the end, you know, we killed him. And also, you know, in the end, it doesn't even matter. In case you've forgotten the song by this point already. Now, you're gonna be a problem. Thinking... Start with a Shrug. Okay, and then I think we'll just go in on you. So I'll tell you what. Rampage, Headbutt, bring back Rampage, take an Energy Potion, Cleave, and hit you with his Twin Strike as well. Kind of a waste of, or at least not the most efficient way to use an Energy Potion, but I'm pleased with this for a couple of reasons, you know. We're gonna get a very strong Rampage now. Unfortunately, because of the fact that I played the armaments, I'm not gonna kill you. If I had just done an attack, you would definitely be dead. On the bright side, you are also still definitely dead. Choose an exhausted card and put it in your hand. It's basically one draw, but we don't exhaust that much, so I'm not worried about it. Again, I'm being very conservative with what we add, because the Rampages, if our fight ever goes long, we're going to want the Rampages to be around. So I definitely want to hit you both. Then the question is, can I kill you? And the answer's got to be yes. 13, and then a Cleave will definitely do it. So let's start there then. Cleave, yeah. And we're hoping for Clash. We didn't get a Clash. That's alright, though, because we're vulnerable on a turn in which they're not attacking. So, I gotta admit, I'm starting to get a little cocky, and I had to think about it for a second, and I'm like, why am I cocky? And the answer is, I looked at... No! You fool. You fool. Hold up. We just need to play Clash. So, don't exhaust Clash. Thank you. Okay, everything is forgiven. I'm cocky because... Yeah... I saw the scores, and the scores were not that good. However, I do also have to realize that the scores are probably relatively low and close together because of the fact that there's only one path. So just building a deck that survives is like step 1, and then step 2... Get disarmed, 10 damage. We'll block for 5. And then we could hit you, but I think, I don't know, a spot weakness... might be more appropriate. Nah, I think I can kill you fast enough, so I'm actually going to hit you with the headbutt and bring back the armaments. The idea being, we can get 5 block and another 4 upgraded cards as a result. So, we have to play it anyway, so... Clash first, then Pommel. He's dead anyway, but... So I think we fulfilled the first part of our desire here. Hemokinesis is pretty great, I think, but why am I skipping it then? I'm just trying to keep a thin deck, dude. Just trying to keep a thin deck. Pre-upgraded Pommel is good, but I don't know. I think I kind of look at it and I go, what do we want to... If we get it on turn 1, what do we want to have? What would be the most advantageous to us if we got it on turn 1? And I think, like, spot weakness is up there. Sword Boomerang gets a lot better. I mean, it gets 25% extra damage, but that scales with strength. Headbutt just does more damage. Like, headbutts, clashes. Rampages are probably our next best target, so I guess we'll go there. But, yeah, I'm kind of overthinking it, I think. Alright. This guy shouldn't be too bad. We're looking for an energy relic, if possible. You have to armaments. This is our ideal draw, more or less. We'll hit him with a clash. We'll hit him with a clash. We'll hit him with a pommel. We get 2 more cards back. We'll hit him with a Twin Strike, and honestly, we shouldn't play... We don't have the energy for it, but there was nothing else to play. Unnecessary. 60 damage on turn 1? Nothing wrong with that. Now, he's dealing 42. We got no form of weakness. It's a decent turn to play that. We should have armaments first, because then we wouldn't have paid the energy for it. Anyway, armaments. Get a quick shrug it off for a draw. Think we want... Like, to make him vulnerable would be nice. It's also a great turn for a weakness, 30 damage. I think we Rampage, Headbutt, and bring back Rampage. It's going to be a classic move. We could choose to take very little damage, but if we're taking any damage, it kind of torpedoes our score here regardless. So my thinking right now is don't worry too much about it. Alright. So we have to disarm you in order to play a clash. You're only dealing 3 damage. We'll hit you for 16 and then another 8 on top, and then the Rampages are coming back around. And I mean, he's already half dead, and this is roughly as weak as we should ever be, more or less. So there's another 4 damage out of him. Do want to play Shrug it off. So as much as I like... Well... Don't take Headbutt. That's fine. I can live with it. I wish it didn't go like that, obviously, but I'm going to headbutt. Oh, I'm stupid. We should have... Nah, I mean, Pommel for more damage was probably the right call, but I was trying to bring back another Rampage, but I had literally just said mere moments ago, like, the Rampages are already obviously back. But okay, so I'm going to make you vulnerable. I'm going to hit you. You're dealing 4 damage, which means nothing to me, but we might as well block through the burn as well. Anyway, we're obviously going to live through floor 1, so our next choice, most important choice at least, is our relic choice. As of right now, we're not able to play our clash. $18, $9, $16. I think it's better to play armaments, and Sword Boomerang does 12, Twin Strike. Yeah, so forget clash. Like, you could waste spot weakness if you wanted to, but... I think it's much more... I think it's literally just more damage to do things this way. 12 block. He's gonna hit decently hard. 10. Who cares? Alright. This is good. So we'll Armaments, True Grit, and get rid of Burn. And then Clash you. And then Headbutt you. And we might as well bring back a Clash. We're really just looking for Rampage, Clash, and another attack, and then you're dead. No Rampage, but... I mean, at present, it doesn't actually matter, because we got 2 Clashes. Nothing wrong with that. The card, Offering and Feed, you gotta go Offering. Feed is also good, but without Terminal, the modifier that makes you lose HP, we don't need it. 100% Sozu. My favorite sequel to 100% Orange Juice. Pretty good first floor, I'd say. I actually like only having one roadmap, because I feel like that neutralizes, like, one of the areas that I suck at the most. So, I think, weirdly enough, I think we like Twin Strike, Headbutt. That brought back Twin Strike. So then I'll hit you with a Pommel, and then I'll hit you with a Twin Strike. And there you go. So you got one enemy that's going to get a little stronger. The other 2 enemies are knocked already. And we don't need to worry about these guys just yet. We can take one more turn to knock this guy to save us a little bit more damage, potentially. So, I mean, we want to see red. We want to Shrug, probably. Armaments is fine. We can play everything still. You should be disarmed. And then I can't actually stop you right now, so I think I'm going to do a Rampage and then hit you like that. You're dealing 13. I'm blocking 13. Really just luck in that situation, but... Now this guy's going to do nothing and try to grow again. We don't need to kill him right now, because we only need to do 4 damage to him in the next situation. But then again, Thunderclap just, like, works. And then we can hit you with Sword Boomerang, which will really cause you some problems. Yeah, there you go. So, straight up, I love the Pommels, but I love the Thunderclaps. A pre-upgraded Thunderclap I can live with, I think. 2 of those in a 20-card deck. Give me an Armaments quick. We have 3 energy, 3 cards that cost energy, so that's acceptable. Then, can I kill one of you? That would help me out a good deal. 33 damage, and then 18. So let's kill the stronger one. We're still going to take 5, but not that bad. So yeah, rest assured I'm not that disappointed, actually, about the fact that we're on a... We can afford to offer here, I think. I'm not that disappointed about the fact that we're on a single road map, because I don't think that's one of my strengths. In fact, I think it's probably one of my greatest weaknesses playing this game, is trying to get good score. Play the top card and drop out an exhaust. We don't really have exhaust energy. I think Metallicize is way too expensive and slow. Like most turns, 3 blocks doesn't change what you do. We don't have to remove cards as prodigiously as we normally choose to, I think, because we already chose all the cards to add to our deck in the first place. 4 energy, so hear me out. Give him a spot weakness. Follow it up with a Thunderclap. Get a little draw. And you know what? I'd love to get this Rampage out here turn 1. It's probably for the best. I genuinely did think about Armaments so we take no damage. But I think hurting him a little bit more is probably a better idea. Okay, start with Offering here. You have to play Disarm. Play Thunderclap first. This guy's like definitely dead, right? So let's disarm this guy. And then we'll hit you with a quick Clash. 25. So this should be another... That's 10, which would actually be 16. 16. 18. Okay, so you should get clashed. You're dead as well, but... You know, I just wanted to make sure our numbers corresponded here. Sever Soul is pretty good. We've used that to good effect, but we don't have the relics, I think, to justify taking it just yet. So you're kind of like priority target number 1 if possible. I'm gonna offer real quick and hope for an Armaments, which we did not get. So let's hit the guy in the back first. We should start with a Thunderclap, probably. Then I'll hit you with a Pommel. We're trying to draw armaments. Didn't get it. Clash is fine, though. That's 21 damage. Wait, we have to play Seeing Red first. Fair enough. Okay, it's 21 damage. Let's throw out a little Sword Boomerang. Fair enough. We're going to play everything. It's just a matter of what do we play first. So I think we get the extra vulnerability, which kills you in the most effective way possible. And you know what? I think if you use your block potion to block 12 damage, you've used it properly. That's my assessment of the situation. Well, he's dealing 12. As we've established many times. I prefer to take 0, but there's no way we can actually make that happen. 24 and 18 is 42 damage, and you have 47 right now. So basically, I chose to take 2 damage instead of getting him a little closer to death, but I'm pretty confident we could deal 31 damage next turn. Shouldn't have taken a Pommel. I think that was not a shrewd move. No. Well, we still gotcha. Total luck on the top deck, but again, Sword Boomerang, not a bad card to add, I think, but Ice Cream is fairly okay. We're starting to get to some fights that might be a little bit more difficult. Choose one of 20 cards to add to your deck. I think I will. I like a lot of this. I do think like we're drawing less blocks than we would like. I know you're like Inflame. But I don't think Flame Barrier is like a bad choice. We're drawing a little light in blocks, and a good block could be very helpful, I think. Thunderclaps? No Thunderclaps. Start offering. No Thunderclaps. Lots of Cleaves, which I like. Tell you what, throw the Seeing Red out there. We got 7 energy. It's a good place to be. Still no Thunderclaps, though. Hit you with a Cleave real quick. 9. That. Disarm. It's got to go on you. 14. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought we had a good number for that. Gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you. And then we roll over 2 energy thanks to Ice Cream as well, so... We got lucky with the Disarm because he did get stronger anyway. So, we have 6 energy because of Ice Cream. That's correct. Okay, so Thunderclap. Give a quick Twin Strike. I do think we should shrug it off and see if we draw an attack. We didn't. I'm actually going to end turn. Reasoning for this is very simple. Why not roll over 3 energy for our next turn? We got a lot of draw. So we're looking for a spot weakness here in particular, if we can get one of those. No. And no draw. Incredible. Thunderclap's already upgraded, so I'll hit you with that. I'm going to Armaments. And, I think we should just kill both of you. What do we want to bring back? Probably, like, our Rampage immediately. Or even, I know we're going to have so much energy. Bringing back a Thunderclap might be an okay call. But, you know, the Rampages, the faster you bring them back, you know, it's not exponential, but they get progressively much more powerful. So, now you're dealing 30 damage. That's a lot. So let's start here. I'm not suggesting it's likely we'll be able to block for 30. You can block for 25, which is pretty good. But I do need to, I kind of want to run the numbers. So I can take you down to 81, and then this will deal 24, and this will deal 24. So it's not even close. So I think we're going to play this, and we're going to play this, and then we're going to True Grit whatever it exhausts. Doesn't matter too much. We'll take 5 damage. That's honestly nothing. Relatively nothing. Alright, we're going to throw Spot Weakness away. Just to get the kill. That was totally fine. Bag of Marbles allows us to have an insanely good first turn. Our Relic, Singing Bowl. We have been skipping a lot of cards, so it's worth something. So I think we want to upgrade Rampage, but Offering is probably my next choice. Oh, thank God we have a shop. Offering's probably my next choice, because drawing 2 extra cards is worth a lot. Well, start with Offering. I think we need the armaments, like there's no question. And I need to disarm. So I'm going to disarm the strongest unit. Then I'm going to cleave. And I'm going to throw in a quick clash as well. And then I'm going to pommel, but not on you. I think I'm going to pommel you while we still have energy left. Throw in a quick Seeing Red. Now we got more energy. I hate to do it, but I might have killed you anyway. Deal 60. Perfect. Okay, so Rampage will work. Another Thunderclap and another Rampage. So you got 2 turns of vulnerability. We're going to be hexed, or whatever it's called. Hexed. Okay, you got it right for once. And then it's extremely impossible for us to play Clash. But we might be able to play Unattack. Oh, jeez. Not true. Actually, use True Grit, exhaust Flame Barrier, Clash, Clash. No big deal. So 610 gold is like insanely great for going to the shop. I just don't think we need anything else. And the fact that we get more HP out of it is really nice as well. So we're saying Offering comes next. Okay. I think Flash of Steel is really nice. Like, I think that's worth 100 gold. I don't think Letter Opener is very good. I think Anchor is pretty good, but we don't necessarily need it. That's a tough call. I think for 100 gold, Flash of Steel is our best choice. Let's start each combat with 10 block. And then do we really need one of these? Like, we do play skills, but 5 damage is not worth that much. Playing curses is really nice, but we don't have any curses yet. We don't have any advantage to curses either. So, as much as I hate to save 378 gold for no reason, hopefully on our next floor we'll be proven geniuses for not succumbing to the temptation of something that is, you know, not necessarily that good for us. So we're going to start Offering. Alright, things are crazy already. Throw in armaments in here. Spot weakness. And now, something like Sword Boomerang, I was just going to say, is incredible. But maybe start Flash of Steel? Okay, then throw in a Sword Boomerang, which is 22 block. Well, to be honest, we wouldn't mind. Just throw that in there so we take no damage. And then see if you can get past that. Like, this is 21. I mean, like, headbutt and bring back anything, but Sword Boomerang is probably the best. 8 block, you're dead. Okay, so easy fight. We didn't even use any potions. It just felt like we gave up a lot there for some reason. Pummel, I think, is really good. I think it's worth adding as long as we can get our strength up. And then Smith. So many cards, like, every single one of these I want to upgrade. More or less. Like, Seeing Red is just free energy, and then Pummel is like... Yeah, Pummel is probably our best option. As long as we have strength up when we use it, it's going to become disgustingly good. I think we should be fine here, but, you know, you never know. You never know. Start with a Thunderclap. I guess he was already vulnerable, so we should have started with Spot Weakness. Let's hit him with the Flash. This is kind of bad, but Pommel, and then Rampage. Alright. Not a great first turn, but we're taking no damage, and we enabled Rampage. The first Rampage. So here... well, let's start Thunderclap. Pummel's gonna hit you for 35, which is very good. Go shrug it off real quick. Okay. I think you go Offering next. And now we got a turn. Give me a quick Armaments, which is essentially free. You have to play Seeing Red to enable your clashes, so do that, even though you don't need the energy. And then... we've done a number to this dude already. I was gonna say, he's probably gonna go straight into his next buff as a result. We shouldn't play Disarm unless we have to, I think. You got everything in here, right? So, actually, what about, like... Sword Boomerang's not upgraded. Play Armaments first. Sword Boomerang. Headbutt. And then choose what to bring back. And I really feel like Sword Boomerang is worth more than a Rampage. But he is about to heal, so I'll just stick to Brass Tacks, I guess. And I will play the Disarm and save my other 2 energy for the next turn. But I do feel like he just purges the debuffs, so it might have been a waste of 1 energy. But I don't know, maybe he would have been at 7 strength. Although I don't believe so. Okay, well, we're not going to die, so we should play Spot Weakness. Back Rampage. So this guy's definitely dead next turn. We're going to make it to floor 3. And it feels like it's more ownership in making it to floor 3, because, like, this is my deck. I built this. So there's a couple of things I want to add to this deck if we get the option. Limit Break, absolutely 100% our right choice here. Upgrade it as soon as possible. Because we didn't take Blue Candle, we can't take Cursed Key. Or we would... Well, you know what? We're only going to open like 1 chest. I think we can afford to try Cursed Key. And we do have some exhaust targets. We don't play a ton of cards necessarily, so Time Lord's not that big of a deal. Yeah, okay, I'm not overly concerned about this, and having 5 energy is worth a ton. So I'll just level with you. Turn 1 sucks here, but definitely want a Rampage. Certainly put in a Flame Barrier, and he's going to take some damage as a result. And it's not bad, but it's not amazing. I feel like we got every chance to win here still, at least for now, but that could change pretty quickly. There you go. We don't need to play Seeing Red yet. Throw that in. Oh, Spot Weakness is beautiful here. And we'll just save 1 energy for next turn. Doesn't really matter what you do. If you weaken me, if you frail me, if you add burns, it's all good. You want me to open this? Ah! Oh my god. This is like from the super glue factory. She's right, I have to sweep this room. Armaments, we're gonna take a hit here, unfortunately. Yeah, we're gonna take a hit here. Lose some strength. Why is he doing the same amount of damage? Am I losing my mind? Yeah, so it turns out, you know, this is a good learning lesson, which is my favorite kind of lesson. We almost certainly should have taken Blue Candle even if we didn't have curses at the time. It just makes us more flexible. Oh, dude. Absolutely Whirlwind. Even though it's not Whirlwind Plus yet, it's pretty easy to enable. These guys are already vulnerable, but you know me. Hit him. Hit him. Oh. That's pretty good. He's going to be vulnerable forever. So if we draw a hand that's rich in clashes or draws, we're pretty set, I think. Okay, start Armaments. Give him a little Shrug. Oh, here we go. Give him a little Offering. But do we just go on this guy while he's vulnerable? You think with 6 energy we can get there? Let's start. I'm going to say, for now, I think the answer is no, by the way. What are you going to exhaust? Do me a favor, if you can, and exhaust Limit Break. I guess we can wait a minute. 8 damage, 9 damage. Like, Limit Break is worth nothing for us right here. I don't think this guy's gonna die. Be 21. If we could make sure that everything hit you, we could get there. If I could kill you in 1 attack, I would like to, but okay, I'm gonna tell you what. There we go. It took a clash. I'm not happy. Now we should adjust. You should go. You should get rampaged. You should get hit. Bring back a rampage. Doesn't matter which one. And we're still taking no damage. It's not like this was a terrible thing, but I'm starting to think that we either want to remove or upgrade. Preferably upgrade, but True Grit. And that's really what Whirlwind is in the deck for right there. Especially if we can upgrade it. I do think Twin Strikes are good to add to this deck, but are they worth the risk of diluting the rampages? No. Are they? That's definitely not worth the risk. Is it worth the risk of diluting the rampages plus, like, you do essentially lose 2 max HP as a result? Wow, you're not gonna let me use spot weakness turn 1, huh? What a bummer. Yeah, you gotta go. You, I know. If nobody's attacking, I think we should cleave. Hello.
Do you ever notice that you got wrinkles on your face one day and you think this is the devil?
Yo, I'm in the middle of my workday. She's hitting me with these philosophical questions. Yeah, remember like 2 years ago, I came to you and I was like, there's gray hairs in my beard.
I got wrinkles on my nose.
Yeah?
Can you see?
I cannot see.
On the bridge.
No. I cannot see. You're good? You still got at least a couple years left.
I gotta get those anti-wrinkle creams.
She's 26 years old, just for the record.
I just turned 26. Some people are 25 on the same birth year.
It's easy to be a dude, man. I deliberately threw away spot weakness. I keep telling her, like, I'm not self-conscious about aging. Let's shoot for the moon with Clash here. Because, you know, I think it's kind of an outdated model that people have. There's like, you know, men get better when they age. I mean, have you seen, like, the average... Jeez, have you seen me? But then on top of it, have you seen, like, the average, like, 50-year-old dude? They're not all George Clooney, right? But... Okay, give me a second here. This is delicate. Hit you with a quick little thunderclap. I don't want to miss a thing. You know, this does nothing, right? Okay. You're not attacking, so I'm not going to attack you either. I really want to kill you in one hit is the thing, which is definitely not going to happen now that you're not vulnerable, but I digress. But I don't know. I guess I consider it a privilege to be aged, you know? It's kind of like a ridiculous thing to say. You're doing so much damage to me. Do I really? I do want to clash, so I'll tell you what. Give me the true grit. Exhaust this. As cheesy as it is, not everybody gets the opportunity. So I see gray hairs and I'm like, dude, milestone. You've done it. Dude, all this guy does is get stronger. Start with the pommel. We don't necessarily have to offering here, is basically my mindset. If I could kill you in one hit, I might consider. So I am going to offering, but I'm looking for blocks. And we did get them. We got a lot of great stuff here. So he's going to do 9 damage each time. Put up this, and then you want to hit hard. We have non-attacks. Shrug it off. Might as well use it. This is the right turn. Go for a quick shrug. We got an 18 damage clash. We had a 10 damage clash. We made it out of there just fine. We don't need any of this. Keep stacking up the HP, honestly. If it allows us to tank one more shot from the Time Lord, I'm a happy man. Alright, so we don't need the block on this turn, which is good, because we don't have any blocks in our hand. You gotta notice, like, even our bad turns are turning out pretty well. 51 damage on turn 1. Can't complain, really. Armament Seeing Red is, like, my ideal combo, because it makes everything free to start with. Or it makes that free to start with, I should say. I don't know. Might as well True Grid here. Why not, right? Oh, no, might as well not have because of Ice Cream. That's a very good point. So, there's a couple of relics that I'm not going to say would win me the game, but that would give me a huge leg up on potentially winning the game. And they all have to do with strength. If we can get the +1 strength relic, which is like a Vira, something like that. If we can get the dumbbell, and now I'm forgetting what the kettlebell, you know what I'm talking about, where you can, at a campfire, you can rest, or you can lift. We'd be super pleased. Like, our problem right now is, sincerely, that spot weakness almost never shows up, and as a result, limit break almost never works. So our strength gain deck just, like, doesn't really work. Hopefully we can change that. By the way, I want to take a look. Oh, thank God. We do have a shop after we get a curse, guaranteed. So you gotta go. Right, okay, we are going to play Seeing Red, because it's free, and we get the energy back on our future turns anyway. You gotta go. And then I think, we might as well hit you. Makes sense. I got high hopes for this run. I don't think we're doomed or guaranteed to win. But I think we've put together a pretty good fight here. It's a great, I was just going to say great turn for a whirlwind. So it would be 9 damage. No, wait. 11. So the only other thing I'll say here is that if you throw a thunderclap out first, we're going to deal 70 damage. Not quite enough to kill him, but 70 damage to all enemies, pretty good. We rolled over 5, so we're... Oh, no, because we used all of our... Of course. We used all of our energy. Quick little thunderclap. A little clay-ish. Quick little... Ooh, do we really... Oh, no, we gotcha. I was like, do we really need Sword Boomerang to hit the right target? Because that would be a bummer. I do think we're going to like Battle Trance in this deck. There are... Especially early turns... Whetstone upgraded Pommel, so I'm okay with that, but especially early in some of these runs, we have kind of like dead turns. So pre-upgraded Whirlwind, I think, is very useful. Wow. Yeah, let's do that. With Vulnerability, that can deal 12 damage times X energy, so... we're gonna get 2 chests, excuse me, so we have 2 curses. Ah, but that's an innate curse, but we're drawing 2 extra cards on turn 1. Can't complain, right? Let's make Limit Break unexhaustible for a long fight. That could make like an actually huge difference, even though we've literally never played it yet. No armaments, huh? Because like what I'm thinking is obviously we want to play Clash, but if we want to play Clash, we have to get rid of Writhe, so it'd be like, this doesn't get exhausted. Okay, not good, but not horrible. Was it worth it for the extra damage? I would say potentially not. This guy doesn't take a turn to cast Intangible anymore, so we have to just keep that in mind, that on this turn he is intangible, and he's gonna curse us in some way. Honestly, it seems like we should really just roll over 12 energy for our next turn and hope for, you know, like Thunderclap Whirlwind or something. Wow, you're hitting for 40? No Whirlwind. Alright, so he's still... he's gonna land 16 damage. That's not that much. It's enough to be annoying, but it's not that much. What do we want on this turn? Ethereal, so this is out of our deck. I don't think we want to play anything, but in theory we could play Offering. In fact, okay, throw out a Rampage and then play Offering. The idea being that Rampage just gets enabled as a result. Yeah, I'm fine with this. We're not getting hit. Armament to upgrade all these cards that are going to come back around real quick. In fact, yeah, just use that. And then, it's bad, but when you end turn... all of these cards are going to go here, and then they're all going to come back here, so you can get that early Whirlwind. You're going to have 16 energy. What does it matter if you have 16 or 19, you know? It doesn't, in all likelihood. Wow, just some draw for the first time in our lives would be like a positive thing, but sure, hit me for 37. See if I care. What do you got over here? Oh, just armaments. We'll Rampage you, headbutt you, bring back Rampage, and all of a sudden, starting to find myself a little concerned about survival. It's an intangible turn. Dude, we just cannot enable Spot Weakness. We're probably gonna die right here, is my guess. But, give me this Whirlwind, dude. He's only doing 9 damage. This is a great turn for us. Okay, so you Spot Weakness. Finally, we have like a turn with some juice, and there you go. That's like a 200 damage Whirlwind. We're totally fine. We didn't need Whirlwind to win that one. I want to point that out, but we were getting close. I genuinely think we need a flex in this deck because we can't enable Limit Break enough to have it not be dead. We don't need the gold. Just give us 100. Obviously here we want to remove probably our innate curse. We only have 28 cards in our deck. I don't think Mind Blast is worth it. So, give me Pantograph. Give me bronze scales. I think we could justify one more Shrug it off in this deck. And then, like, do we want anything else? Panache is free. Does 10 damage to all enemies, so let's add that. And I think this is fine. We don't want to bloat the deck unnecessarily. Knowing we're going to heal before boss fights, I feel a little bit better about this situation. Love you. Okay. Give me an offering here. Oh, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, give me an offering. Oh, maybe I was incorrect. Certainly. Okay. Might as well play Seeing Red. Probably should have played Armaments first. Flame Barrier is not horrendous here. This is not as good as I'd like it to be, but we do still have 7 energy, so let's start beating on maybe the guy with the most HP. We have no more draw, which is very unfortunate. I really wanted that to hit Limit Break. It hitting Rampage looks horrible, but is actually not that bad. Why not? The reason I say it's actually not that bad is because the fight shouldn't go on so long as to make it like a relevant concern. That's my hope, at least. Ah, okay, well, 8 damage times 648, you're all dead. So that's the kind of turn you're looking for. Tempting. More than tempting. Let's do it. So here we have to rest. We know we're going to rest before the boss fight anyway, but let's get back to full. I'm fine with another flex in this deck, Loveless. We're going to heal to full, thanks to Pantograph. And we're really looking for a juicy turn 1. Panache is probably dead. The question is whether or not we like even want to play it, you know? Well, let's be smart first. You're vulnerable, hit him with a pommel. A disarm is almost certainly worth it. We want to enable Rampage. Flash and Steel I don't think is necessary. Like, we want to play like 3 cards if possible. 3 more. So let's throw Bloodletting out there. And then Flame Barricade so we take almost no damage. And then I'll hit you with a Twin Strike. It's not... Oh, we definitely, by the way, should have taken that. But it's not a great turn. But it leaves us with space for the next turn. And we take almost no damage as a result. The reduced draw is annoying. 15 damage, huh? Well, we will Headbutt. Bring back Rampage. Sword Boomerang. Cleave. Pass turn. And you're going to hit us for 15, which is going to be wicked annoying. I'm starting to get a little bit more skeptical. A flex is unnecessary here. We want to play 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we're going to take 4 as a result of that, but we did get that Rampage out again. The fact that we have no strength up is so annoying. Alright, so we're good to start here. Go Offering. Not being able to use a Clash is extremely annoying. We want Thunderclap, Rampage. Pummel seems better to save it for later, but like, are we gaining anything by saving it for later? Well, actually, I think, hear me out here. You do play Armaments, and that's so you can get Seeing Red out there for free, which just becomes more energy for Whirlwind. I think he's on 6 cards. Okay. I think it's worth making him vulnerable for 1 extra turn. And then hitting him for 96. Wait, 120. It's really all about getting value out of that Whirlwind, I think, at this point. 20 block. And weakness. Weakness is bad, but, you know. Oh, we can't make it work. Well, I think we Battle Trance first. Then Armaments. We want to play 2 more cards. What would we like to play? Thunderclap. I don't really want to play a pommel, to be honest with you. I'll just hit him and draw 1. What was the reasoning? Oh, he can't draw. Okay, so we should have played pommel. I didn't want to draw into cards that I actually wanted to see. So you're only dealing 27. That's not that bad. Limit Break is still horrible, unfortunately. Flame Barrier for sure. Armaments for sure. I have to play Limit Break on this turn, I think, to keep momentum, so I'll hit you with a Rampage and I'll hit you with a Clash. And we got a fairly decent chance for a good turn next turn. And this guy's taking 7 damage every time he hits me, which is not bad. He's going for 27 damage, which is no joke. Dude, we need more draw. It's getting a little crazy. Thunderclap, Twin Strike, Sword Boomerang, Headbutt. We'll bring back our best Rampage, 24. It's gonna level with you. I don't think there's any point to playing Panache. I don't think there's a good point to playing Panache. This is gonna be tight. Okay, so he's hitting us for lethal. We need a block. And we can only play 2 cards. Mmm. I'm gonna level with you. If he gets +2 strength, right? So he should do 30 damage, and we're at 38. I think getting 2 Rampages out here is worth more. We're probably gonna be weakened as well. Draw, also bad. So he is hitting us. We basically have to kill him. We might be able to outblock him. 9 times 8, you're dead. Well, a little luck, but hey, dude, I'm really happy with the way that I managed to tackle today's daily. 678 damage? But I won. I won. That's not fair. What? Well, I mean, I had a great time on the daily. I hope you guys did as well. If you did, click the like button. That was a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'm a little disappointed, but I had fun, so maybe I shouldn't be. Thanks for watching.